Feel strange going through life with no friends. Almost text my ex, but then sin. Always hitting my shot, but can't win. Jibbing on wing, a voice that can't sing. Oh, 30 years without my brother, man. Thank you for tuning in to Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim on the station that feeds your brain and it feeds your everything on IntellectualRadio.com. Hello, friends. I'm Kimberly Watkins Allman, along with my wifey for lifey, Sumner Allman. Thank you so much for coming in with us again, Sumner Allman, my wifey, and our executive producers. I know you all are looking to see that we have two young men in the studio with us today. So, again, we have Titan and Antera joining their moms today on Crazy Conversations. What did we do to deserve the heat wave in the shy? Whew, I'm embracing the heat and I won't complain, but I was about ready to get rid of and pull my sweaters out. I love the fall. I'm a fall baby, so I love the fall. So I was ready to pull out my fall items, and now I had to continue to wear my summer gear and my summer apparel. And my wife got to keep out her Uncle Daddy shorts, so she frantic because she like her little short shorts. So again, welcome back to school to all my students that tune in to Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim. You all have to bear with me tonight. I left my notes melted. It's so hot. My notes to the show, they melted. Is that a good one? Yeah, my notes melted. I'm not gonna say that I was trying to take a nap, but my notes melted. So the dog ate my homework. You know how it goes. It's back to school for our sons. And again, we have a third grader at Johnny Coleman, Titan Allman, and we have a 10th grader at Whitney Young Magnet, and that's Antair Watkins Jr. And I just wanted to just touch down briefly before we go into our crazy conversations tonight about these school supply lists, these structured syllabus. They got me. I'm about to call in a deferred payment on one of my car notes because it's so much stuff. I can't pay my bills and buy all these school supplies because when we buy the basics, and then when one school starts, oh my God, it's a whole nother list. It's a whole nother list. We thought we were doing good by getting our little stuff at these little back to school bashes and donations and everything like that. When school started yesterday, we got a full list that requires you to get a part-time job at Staples. So again, uh, third graders need a yoga mat. I I I was like, Titan, what are you doing with a yoga mat? So he didn't want to use the yoga mat that we had at home. So again, I had to order one. So again, I'm dealing with Amazon. They're behind because it's back to school. So again, these school supply list is the reason why I am gonna have to put my car on 2 blocks over for at least a month until I can recoup from all of these additional school supplies and donations that we have to do to both schools. And the one thing about it, I will not complain. Whatever I have to do for either one of those schools, they know the almonds is going to do it because again, amazing principals, amazing teachers, amazing staff. I yesterday at orientation, when I say that Titan's principal made an amazing welcome back to school speech, and I have to give a hello and congratulations on welcoming the parents to the principal at Johnny Coleman Academy. I felt amazing when I left out of the school. The structure that she tries to bring to families is amazing because again, we're different. We're dealing with a different generation, a different type of parent. And again, I'm walking in and I'm 50 with a third grader. And when I walked into the third grade class, I had parents in the third grade class that I taught preschool to. So I'm feeling some kind of way that my son is in class with my nephew's son. So I have a great nephew in third grade. So, that's why we're going to talk a little bit about the ages and adoption over 50. We're going to talk about that tonight on Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim. Friends, before we dive into tonight's crazy conversation, to view our entire journey with foster care, IVF, IUI, adoption, please go to the Crazy Conversation with Miss Kim YouTube page. Or, you know what? If you have restrictions, if your friends are going to get mad if you support the almonds, then go to intellectualradio.com and you will still be able to enjoy those crazy conversations. You can listen on iHeartRadio, Speaker, Apple Podcasts, etc. Last week's conversation topic: foster care versus adoption. The segment prior to was assisted reproduction and adoption. So, again, if you did not get the opportunity to enjoy those crazy conversations, please go to YouTube, enjoy those conversations, join our journey, feel our journey, cry with us, laugh with us. I promise you, you will not leave YouTube Crazy Conversation page disappointed again. And if it's something that we can do to for you to add to our conversations, feel free to give us an email, DM, whatever it is, whatever you feel comfortable with. Again, tonight we are talking about adoption at 50, and I needed to talk to the person that is going to be 51 in a few months, that has a baby, that blessed my life with the baby, and I'm 49 in 10 months. How are you?
Wonderful.
Let's talk about adoption.
Let's talk about it.
Go ahead. I Go ahead.
What to say about it? You start out.
Okay. I wanted you, as you know, when we talked to one of the listeners, Latoya, we talked with her about being an older person that adopted. So before I tell about her journey, because Latoya is a tad bit older than us, being 55 and 56, her and her partner. So I want to know, how do you feel that that journey has came to an end? Foster care, IUI, IVF.
Excited. It was a long journey, but it was worth it. It was patience. When I tell you patience, and I was decided though. I wasn't getting like depressed or even getting mean like you were. You was getting mad a lot of times.
Wait a minute, wait. Okay,
Doing
go ahead.
doing the procedure. See, I was decided because this is what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? I wanted.
I
A,
wanted it too.
see, you asked the questions to me,
Okay.
so you asked how I feel about it. So after 50, it was excited after 50. By being 50, being an 8-year old mom, he about to be 9 years old. There's no difference.
Okay.
Because first of all, he'll keep me up. He'll keep me excited and he'll keep me healthy. But the journey was worth it. The journey was long. You have to go through paperwork. You have to go through this. But majority is about being a parent. I think the long that God make us wait this long is to make sure that if this is what we really want, and to teach us really to be a parent, because it's a lot being a parent.
And you definitely have to proceed with caution when you are deciding to create a family with someone. And I know that majority of the listeners, their question, their argument with Miss Kim was, why didn't she have kids when she was younger? And I just want them to understand that I wanted cheaper by the dozen. I did. I felt like being a mother was so urgent. And I think I felt like that because as I grew up, a lot of my friends were parents before the age of 15. So I grew up where teen pregnancy was extremely high. So being a mother was everything to so many that was around me. So with that being said, it has been a wonderful journey, and with the team that we had behind us, we had some highs, we had some lows. The only thing that makes me smile is that we were able to accomplish the ultimate goal. And that ultimate goal was to become parents together. And it didn't matter
Which way it
which
came,
way it came.
it happened.
It happened.
It
And
did.
we didn't give up. And
It was a choice that we both made, and we
absolutely.
both wanted.
So I don't know why the that's Miss Kim want all them kids. Miss Kim did want all those kids, but Miss Kim found someone that wanted to parent as well. So it's a difference. It's not about what Miss Kim wants. It's not about what Kim wants, because Miss Kim need help, just like all the parents that comes to me for assistance. I'm the only one I know take care of kids and do not have a babysitter when I need one. So again, that matters. And it matters when you choose that person to create that family with. And as I did research, it showed that many active couples in their late 40s, 50s, and 60s are adopting. In 2019, this started that the percentage between 40, 50, and 60 was extremely high, because some older couples may choose to adopt children to avoid the 24/7 care required with the infants and the toddlers. And that part is urgent. Some adopt because they just don't want the 9 months of being pregnant. That part. You know,
That
that
part.
that part.
That part.
Don't I you said that I was mean. I was look at what I was getting. I don't even know what I was getting pumped into me every day, taking those shots, taking those pills. I had never in my life taken that much medication until we started the IVF journey. I didn't know what I was putting inside of me. So again, my emotions were on a roller coaster. I was very angry. I couldn't smile to save my life. And again, I was so ready to just come on so this 9 months thing can be over, because this is not me. I want to get back to me. So that part was just so hard. And when you are deciding if adoption is right for you, you have to consider, you and your partner, our health. Our health is urgent. So again, we had to talk to doctors, parenting specialists. We had a complete team that we had to converse with just to consider any of those options, especially when we started, IUI. It was a lot of things that we had to accomplish. But again, if I was asked to do it again, if I was asked to do it again, did you get the if I was asked to do it again?
Don't ask.
All right. Okay. So let's go to what Miss Latoya talked to us about the arrival of her adoptive daughter in their life. She said, Miss Kim, at the ages of 55 and 56, her partner and she said, my partner and I adopted a 6-year-old girl. Our daughter has been with us nearly a year, and it has changed our lives completely. The first few months were an extreme roller coaster of highs and lows, disappointments, and joy. I could relate to that part. And when I say that the almond's journey of having a child and creating our family has been a long one, It was emotional. It was long. I felt like it was long. And that's why tonight on Crazy Conversations, as I utilize this amazing air in this studio, we're going to get to the bottom of adoption at 50. We're going to talk to a few people that were on the journey with us. That's why we have these two amazing young men here because they would like to express some things that went on the almonds journey to create a family. And tonight we have our two sons, and we would also like to introduce Titan LeBron Almond. How are you, Titan?
Good.
Are you happy to be here with your moms?
Yes.
And what did you come on the show today to talk about?
Adoption.
Okay. And what do you feel about your adoption process?
I feel good of getting adopted.
And so tell everybody how long it took. Did you remember how long it took? Because you kept telling me that it's taken too long.
4 years.
Over 4 years? Over, right? And so, can you tell the listeners what name did you want? And you said that the only way that you would go along with adoption if you could pick the name that you wanted. Tell the listeners the name that you picked. That you picked your own name.
LeBron.
LeBron
And Almond.
and Almond. Okay. So, listeners, Titan decided when he got the option to change his name, the attorneys wanted to find out from him what did he want his name to be. And so he said LeBron James Almond. So again, I was not about to be getting no crazy conversation call from LeBron saying you took my name. So we had to be creative. So with that, we kept Titan and we added LeBron as a middle name. And once we came to the round table about 10 times, Titan agreed that he would accept LeBron being a middle name. Is that correct, Titan?
Yes.
But you're still upset that your first name is not LeBron. Are you upset?
No.
You're good with it?
Yes.
But you went to school yesterday for the very first day and you said, Mom, I'm going to school and my last name is Almond. I'm going to be number one. So I'm going to hold you to that number one part. Okay. You have been a straight A student for your 4 years in school. So we're going to hold you to that number one spot and whatever we can do to extend at home to help you keep that number one spot. You know, your mom's got your back, right?
Right.
So tonight, you said that you wanted to talk with the young lady that decided that Miss Kim and Mama Sam were the right family for you. Did you want to speak with her? Did you
Yeah.
do you remember what her name is?
Miss Fonda.
Miss Fonda was a part of your team. But do you remember the first person you wrote the letter to? Who is that?
Uh,
What's her name?
Miss SJ.
Miss SJ Boss Queen Lemons, right?
Yes.
Do you know her phone number?
No.
Let me see if I could find her number and then let's see if we can get a call. We can call her Mr. Earl, is it okay? I use the phone. I left my notes at home. I know I'm in trouble. Can I use the phone? Okay, thank you. I'm about to use the phone. Let's see if we can get the case manager, S.J. Lemons, on the phone. She got out of town number.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This is Miss Kim. Am I speaking with S.J. Boss Lemons?
Yes.
That's your social media name. So that's what I wanted to call you because you seem to have so many admirers on your page. So I'm gonna throw that boss in there. How are you, SJ?
I'm doing good in yourself.
I'm doing amazing. I'm doing amazing. As you know, last Monday was the finalization of the almonds adoption.
Yes.
And we will never, ever forget what you brought to the almonds household. You were the very first case manager to contact me regarding having a baby that you wanted to place with the family. And
Yes.
and so do you regret coming on the one deuce tray for Miss Kim with that baby?
No, not at all.
Tell our listeners exactly how things went when you became our case manager. Do you
Uh,
mind sharing first of all? I know it's your business.
sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Tell us a little
well,
bit.
first of all, I started off working for a company at the time, and so my passion was always I love young people first of all and foremost. But getting into foster care and adoption and stuff was something different and stuff. And so I was up for the challenge and things of that nature. Titan, I believe he was 3 when he came to
Yeah.
the agency
Yeah.
that I was working for at the time.
Yes.
During that time, he had was placed with another foster parent, well,
Okay.
two parent household or whatever,
Yeah.
an older couple.
Yes.
When I did take him to be placed at that home, this was pretty much someone that the licensing person knew. And
Okay.
so because they were friends with them, they just, said, hey, let's place him with them. Thinking that that would be a good placement. I mean, at the time I thought so too because it was an older couple and things of that nature. But things started to unravel when I would come and do visits and stuff, and Titan would always run to me and stay under me all while I was at the visit. Even talking to the foster parents and things of that nature, and I'm like, okay, something's off,
Yeah.
And so when I would leave, I would look at his facial expression, and of course, upon my visits, I would check to see if it was any abuse going on and things of that nature. So I didn't see any scars or some marks or anything else, but it still was something that was off. And so this was actually one of my cases. I believe I stayed up, praying about and, seeking God to try to figure out, okay, something's not right. I know I have to follow my intuition and things of that nature. It came about me doing pop-ups. And so when I would do the pop-ups at, the family home, I would notice that he was being treated differently. So immediately I spoke with my vice president about, the case and things of that nature. And I was like, I have to find him another home, blah, blah, blah. She actually told me about Miss Kim and the Almond family. So I was like, okay, well, let me go over. I told Kim about, Titan and things of that nature. I try not to leave anything out when I do place kids. And so, I mean, immediately walking in you guys' home, I just knew, okay, this is the house for him. This is the home.
Who did you say, SJ? Who did you say referred me?
Our vice president that was at the agency.
I don't know who. I don't remember who that was. I just
Iris.
Oh,
Miss
Iris.
Williams.
Okay, Miss
Yes,
Iris Williams. Yes, Miss Williams.
yes.
Yes, I had did a couple Some and I had did a couple protective custody cases for her, for placements for her. And yes, she's the one that recommended the pre-placement visits
Mm-hmm.
for me to start getting to know Titan, and some to get to know Titan before we actually brought him in the home. Do you remember that? Because it was a
Yep.
little while and you all held on to him because we had like a year worth of things I was going through with my aunt being ill, and I wanted to be able to be at her disposal. And I think that you all helped her keep him longer until I was able to get things together in our life, and then we would be able to take Titan. And I remember do you remember when you did the Zooms with us, and you were letting him see my face so he can get to know us? And
Yes.
yeah, so you were the one that set all of that up, which I had been in foster care for almost over 25 years,
Correct.
and
Yep.
I had never had a case manager to handle a case as delicate as you did. And as the case manager, do you remember me talking crazy to you and telling you, why don't you take them?
Yep.
I, I'm like,
Yep. At first, I thought it was gonna be a bad case. I was like, this person got nasty attitude. I said, but she got the right one. She got the right one. I was
yes,
up for the challenge because it wasn't nothing I couldn't deal with or whatever. And I think by Psalm being there, it helped out even more because Psalm is the calm. You're the storm. So it was like, okay, Psalm, I need you to just jump on in here. So when she jumped in and made sense of things and things, I think everything just came, together and stuff.
and then after that, me and you, we became okay though, right?
Yep, we sure did.
And we've been together ever since, right?
Ever since.
Yeah.
Yep. Family now.
You family now. Yeah, I'm checking on mom and everything. Don't- you would turn me on to your family and
Yep.
everything like that. So before we get you off the phone, someone wanted to say something to you. Mr. Titan LeBron Allman would like to say something. He wrote you a letter, but I don't see the letter. He did not bring the letter in. Do you remember what your letter says?
No.
You don't remember what your letter says? What would you like to say to SJ then? Do you know what you would like to say to her? Or do you want to go get your letter?
Get my letter.
Okay, SJ, keep talking to Miss Kim and Sam then. Sam, what do you want to say to Miss SJ while he gets his letter?
She was the best.
Yes.
She was the best. She had patience with you.
And she was cute. She always coming over there cute. What you got on that for? And you coming for a visit. And I'm in my bonnet. Yeah, I was like, she tried to show off her little clothes. She was amazing. Presentation is everything, SJ. And when I say that you represented that agency so well, because I mean, you dressed to the T, you dressed for the job. I mean, no matter what time of the night or the day we called you, when you came professional, you came ready. And sometimes I just look at caseworkers and be like, they just rolled out the bed and said, okay, let's go mess with Miss Kim today. But with you, professionalism was everything. You made our life amazing. I just can't stop thanking you. And just for that, I never, ever want you to be absent from the almonds. We need you because, again, without you, we would not been able to create the family that we wanted so bad. So he has his letter now. So I'm going to let him read his letter.
Okay.
You talk to Miss SJ.
This is the letter that I made for you.
Speak right there, son.
This is the letter
Can
that I
I
made
say
for you.
can I say one thing before he starts?
Absolutely.
Titan was not a talker.
Ex-
And look at him now. I'm just at all.
nobody believed us, SJ, when I told them that when Titan was brought to us, the file said that he would never completely
Yep.
verbalize. He would be mute. I
He will
couldn't
be. Yep.
I couldn't believe it that they told me that we were blessed with a child that would never speak, would never
Yep.
have the ability to speak. So he had already gotten to know me and some. And even though, he wouldn't talk, but he expressed the love. And
Yep.
and he expressed that we were who he wanted. So we could tell that through every Zoom, every meeting that I had with Miss Weathers with him. um he expressed through nonverbal actions
Yeah. Yep.
exactly what he wanted from the almonds, and that was a part of our journey, receiving a child that could not talk. So again, everybody will hear a little bit more about that fantastic journey. So I'm going to
Yes.
let him read his letter, but Miss SJ, you are amazing. Go ahead.
Thanks.
Miss SJ is ready.
I feel good after getting adopted. And after all these things you told me, like about behavior and telling you that I got good grades and just talking to you. And thank you for giving me a good family.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
So he said, thank you for giving him a good family, Miss
I
SJ.
love that. I love that. Anytime, Titan. I am super proud of you.
And
Proud of you.
yes,
So proud of you.
she says she's so proud of you, Titan.
Thank you.
And I think that, when it comes to children, everybody has to know that it really does take a village.
Yes.
And sometimes you will have people that does not share DNA with a child that will be a part of that village that can reach your child in a different manner than you can. And you have
Yes.
been that person because listeners, as you know, Miss SJ left the agency that represented Titan years
Mm-hmm.
ago. After
Yep.
she put Titan in our possession, she left the agency for different promotions. But again, she came in as a consultant at times to represent the almonds so that things would be done effectively for Titan. And
Yep.
again, I continuously asked her, you put in this kind of time for Titan. Why didn't you take him yourself? And she kept saying, well, I'm an auntie and I'm an auntie, so I gotta stay committed to being an auntie right now, Miss Kim. And I say, yeah, she trying to tie me down. But again, SJ, we are so glad and thankful, blessed to have you as a part of our family. We appreciate you going through the list of people that you had, but we are so excited and blessed that you chose the almonds. And again, we look forward to seeing you Saturday as we celebrate
Yes.
this
I
young
definitely
man's
be there.
adoption shower. So again, we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Don't come in there looking so cute that you look better than the host. I know how you do things,
Okay.
Miss SJ. Put them heels up and put on some wands and come celebrate with us.
Okay, I definitely will.
And we love you so, so much. And
I love you guys too.
and thank you for being a part of our family. You're still on the emergency for Titan. You're on his everything. You will forever be a part of him because he remembers exactly what you brought to his life.
Thank you.
Okay. And we appreciate you. Would you like to say goodbye to Miss SJ?
Goodbye.
Bye bye, Titan.
Okay. We'll be looking for you Saturday, SJ.
Okay, I'll definitely be there.
Okay. See you soon.
All right. Bye bye, y'all.
Bye bye. Again, listeners, we have a journey that was out of this world. We had some amazing people that helped us get through the adoption process, the IUI process. It was not easy at all. And I'm so glad that, even through the process, I still got the opportunity to receive the pampering that you receive during pregnancy from my co-parent, my other parent. Just I got the feet rubs, I got the massage appointments, I got the personal chefs, I got the facials, I got the hair appointments at home, and I'm still receiving the appreciation for being a mother again. And that's what my wife brought to me. She wanted me to be relaxed as a new mom, and all of those things she brought right to our home so that I could still feel like appreciated mom, a loved mom, because going through all of those treatments was very hard on me emotionally. Um, so, like she stated, I wasn't the happiest person going through that 7 years ago. That was very hard. And then when we decided to work with the case with Titan, we put the IVF on hold until I got to know Titan. Like I said, he came with several challenges, and that needed our immediate attention. So it was going to be very hard to be heavily medicated and sometime bed bound if I still needed to, give him what he needed as mom. So again, it was a process. And again, the other person that I would like to get Titan to uh, talk to was the last active caseworker that he had through Little City. Little City Foster Care Agency is the agency that finalized the adoption. We had started out at another agency, but because Titan came from their agency, we had to transfer over because I was very happy with the agency that Some and I were with, and we were previously with Children Home and Aid, and I had been with them since I had left youth care or youth campus. One of those, it was a very old foster care agency that went out of business. Then I went to Children Home and Aid, and I was brought in by my sister. She was a case manager there, and she said, "You got a lot of love to give. Why don't you become a foster parent?" And again, at that time, it was rough. I already had an abundance amount of kids in the house, but again, I signed up, and she brought some amazing clients and RESPA cases to me. So again, I am forever thankful for the experience that I had at Children Home and Aid. But again, our finalization of our adoption went through Little City, and at Little City, we had some challenges, but again, I had a wonderful experience with a case manager that I would like to call tonight because, again, Titan wrote that case manager a letter a long time ago. He's been trying to actually see this case manager in person again. And we were hoping and praying that this case manager that is no longer with Little City would still remain on our journey until we finalize with Titan. And again, this amazing young lady did that. And let me see if I could get her phone number. I got that agency cell phone number, but I'm gonna try her personal cell and see if she'll pick up and see if she'll talk to Miss Kim tonight. Because again, I hope she knows that everything is final and Miss Kim can curse now and act up because She knows what I've been through. Let's see. Is that the right number? 74320. Okay. This is the last working number that I had for her. And she's not on social media.
The person you're trying to reach is not available.
Okay, maybe she did not have that same number, but we're gonna try to reach her. And if she sees this, I know she doesn't have social media, but if not, Titan, we will mail her letter. We need to find out exactly what agency that she's working for, if she's still in social services. I'm not sure if she is still in social services. And I know that that makes you sad because, again, Miss Fonda was your everything. Hopefully, uh, we will get to her in the next day or so that we can try to get her to join us on Saturday as we celebrate Titan LeBron Allman. So before we go to our next thing about our next component with your letter, I want to find out from your brother, how does he feel about adoption, and how do you feel about being a big brother, because you have been the younger brother all this time and now you're someone's older sibling. How does it feel, Auntie? Can you speak into the mic for mom?
It's good. It's just good to be a an official big brother to Titan. Um, yeah, y'all be a good brother to him. Yeah, always. Yeah, and I'll always be by his side. It, yeah, and congratulations, yeah, for this adoption, Titan.
Thank you.
So, with that being said, I'm going to let Titan read his letter that he wrote to Miss Garner. That was one of his, Fonda Garner was his, one of his case managers that I was trying to find her number. And I'm going to try this number because my phone acts so crazy. So, I'm going to call her and see, call this number again and see if I can get her. And because I do not want to disappoint baby boy. He wanted to talk to Miss Fonda. I love this phone. I need this phone at home.
Hello.
Fonda,
Yeah, hey, Miss Kim.
you got me on block.
No.
I just called.
What? It ain't ring. My phone ain't ring.
Can you take me off block? This is embarrassing.
I don't have you on block, Miss Kim.
Okay, how are
I would
you?
never.
How are
I'm
you?
doing well. I'm doing good. How about y'all?
We doing amazing. First, let me ask you, are you still in social services?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, again, we were calling tonight because your Titan, LeBron Allman, wanted to say something to you because he felt as though when everything got finalized, that meant that he would not have Miss Fonda. And I just wanted you to speak with us about continuing your journey with us and continuing our journey with us. We don't care if you're not in social services. You've already proved to be an amazing individual, and pretty much you offered to
Oh,
babysit and everything. So I need that. So you can't,
absolutely.
yeah, you came back out on me now.
Absolutely, Miss Kim. I miss you guys. I miss Titan. Just because I'm no longer with the agency, that doesn't mean anything. You guys will always be my family. Yeah, and I'm so excited that Titan got adopted and everything went well, and they got the job done. I'm real happy about that.
Was I a problem?
No, you wasn't a problem for me.
I
No,
heard
we worked very well together. I think when I first came on the case, it just was the case had just been sitting for so long and things weren't moving. I don't know if that was because of just coming out of the pandemic or what was going on, but things just wasn't moving on the case. And I think that's where a lot of the confusion and discrepancy was coming in at. And when you got fresh eyes and fresh meat that's coming straight out of training that gets on the case, and I'm looking like, well, this needs to be done, that needs to be done, and you just getting pushing that paperwork and getting things done and communicating properly.
Yeah, because
Um,
I had Miss Fonda, I think I told you how long I had been in foster care. And I told you I was strong armed in foster care by my sister so I could help take care of her cases, help her cases when she needed good placements. I was that person. So once she got pulled me in, I loved it. But again, as a foster parent of that many years, having group foster care and having the working with the teen moms that had babies in foster care, I had
mhm.
never seen a case that went longer than 5 years, no longer than 5 months when it came to adoption. So why did we have to wait 5 years?
Yeah, that was a very long time. That's what I was saying. I don't know if that was because of the pandemic or what was the issues that was going on.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, if you don't get the paperwork done, then of course the case is just going to be sitting. So,
Yeah. Well, I'm glad
um,
that you did nights, weekends, holidays, everything you put together before you left that agency was amazing. You left a everlasting love for us at the door, and it'll always be in the room, in our hearts. We want Miss Fonda to always be a part of Titan. And even though we had some very, very bad experiences after you, we
mhm,
are going to go into that in another segment. But again, after you, when we moved to the permanency department, we did have great experiences with Nicole and Victoria, and
awesome.
we are appreciative to them. We are appreciative to our attorney Denise Patton. We are appreciative to our private attorney outside of DCFS, because you know how Miss Kim worked. I can't just settle for DCFS legal. We had the almonds went out and we had to get our own attorney to navigate us through this process. So
Mhm,
Ellen Weiss was amazing. She is not currently on the DCFS attorney list because her practice is large and she is the best family attorney that we have ever worked with. And like I said again, I have been in foster care, I have done guardianships, I have
mhm.
not done adoption. For us and for me was first with Titan. And that was one of the questions that a lot of listeners have attacked me with. You did foster care for 25 years and you never adopted a child. I always gave the biological parents an opportunity to get their lives together before I just push myself to the point that we're going to make this permanent. I just feel as though
Mhm.
every mom deserves that opportunity to have their child, no matter what they're going through. So I never wanted to rush an adoption if I can still give love and we can still give the child everything that we needed and what they needed. So Titan wants to read his letter, and then we hope to see you and your husband and the kids. We hope to see everyone on Saturday to celebrate the almonds adoption.
Absolutely. We will
Okay,
be there.
Titan, what do
We
you want
will
to
be
say?
there.
What do you want to say to Miss Fonda?
This is this is a letter. I feel good being adopted, and after all the things you told me, like about behavior and getting good grades, and giving me stuff like toys, games, and talking to you. And thank you for giving me a good family.
Oh, Tiny. Oh my, I was not expecting this. Oh, thank you. You is so welcome, Tiny. You are so amazing. I'm so happy that you have the perfect family. When I first met you, you told me that you wanted that family, and I told you that I was going to work hard and that you was going to get that family. And so that's what we did, and God made it happen. And so I'm just so happy and thankful for you. And I'm happy and thankful for your moms and your whole entire family.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Fonda. Some wants to say thank you really quick before we wrap things up on Crazy Conversations. Some, there's Miss Fonda.
Hey, Miss Fonda.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing good.
This is so amazing. I'm so happy to hear from you guys. I'm so happy for your family. This is amazing. This is amazing. I'm really at a loss for words right now.
Well, that took a long journey, and you were a part of that journey. We are forever grateful and we are forever appreciative. But we're going to wrap things up because we have a show coming on after. And I see that the engineering owner is pointing his finger at me. So I got to get off and in the show. But again, we appreciate you telling your side on Crazy Conversations with Miss Kim on IntellectualRadio.com. We love you, Miss Fonda. See you Saturday.
Bye.
Bye bye. We love you. Bye bye.
See you Saturday.
See you Saturday. Again, thank you so much for being a part of our adoption journey with the almonds. We appreciate you. We love you. And we will see you on September. We will not be on next week. We will be pre-recorded because we're going to take an almond day off to just relax and do some things that we need to do as moms. So again, thank you for tuning in to Crazy Conversations. Look for our exclusive conversations coming up on our YouTube page. We appreciate you again for allowing us to feed your brain and be a part of your household on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on intellectualradio.com. Good night, friends.